This terrified the United States so greatly that the FBI New York Special Agent sent a letter to J. Edgar Hoover. He called for extra coverage and extra surveillance of Malcolm X's activities, since Malcolm intended to have the issue of the oppression of Black Americans brought before the United Nations. Just 2.5 months later, Malcolm was assassinated.
Malcolm X, a towering figure in the civil rights movement, left behind a legacy that continues to resonate 50 years after his untimely passing. However, one aspect of Malcolm X's work that often goes overlooked is his unfinished agenda regarding human rights on a global scale.
Malcolm, what is your purpose here? Well, my purpose here is to remind the African heads of state that there are 22 million of us in America who are also of African descent, and to remind them also that we are the victims of America's colonialism or American imperialism, and that our problem is not an American problem, it's a human problem. It's not a Negro problem, it's a problem of humanity. It's not a problem of civil rights, but a problem of human rights. And what do you hope for from this conference? Well, we hope to bring pressure upon them, or rather we hope to impress upon them the importance of their bringing pressure and world opinion upon the United States to take some meaningful efforts to solve our problem in America. We want them to help us get our problem before the United Nations and charge America with violating our human rights.
He believed that the UN could serve as a platform for amplifying the voices of those who were disenfranchised and oppressed, providing a forum for addressing human rights violations and advocating for meaningful change. Malcolm X's efforts to bring attention to the plight of African Americans on the international stage were groundbreaking for their time.
Well, for the past 10 years, the struggle in America has been confined to what has been projected to the public as a civil rights struggle. And in that context, it has remained a domestic problem. It has remained within the jurisdiction of the United States. And as such, it has been impossible for the Afro-Americans or American Negroes to try and enlist the support of other dark-skinned people who are being oppressed the world over in that struggle. And the difference now in the direction that the struggle is taking from the direction that the struggle has been going in the past, there are many of our people who are thinking more deeply and more broadly and are beginning to see the importance of lifting it out of the national context or out of the domestic context or beyond the jurisdiction of the United States government. And the only way this can be done is by internationalizing the problem and putting it at a level where it can be taken into the United Nations, and then all of the other independent nations on this earth can involve themselves in our struggle and support us. And the only way by which this can be done, instead of it being called civil rights in the future, we're going to have to label it a human rights struggle or the struggle for human rights.